Hello. Well, I've not been in my workshop as much this winter, but I have noticed I have rather a dampness problem and I want to try and sort it out. It's quite well insulated, the workshop, but I think there's a lack of fresh air. Now, in the house last year, we had a similar sort of problem when we were trying to dry laundry, and there's a lot of condensation. And the electrician came round and fitted a heat recovery fan. And it's been really effective. I'll show it to you in a minute. But what I wanted to do, first of all, is just show you I've got another second heat recovery fan now. And I wanted to show you very roughly what they're about. And essentially, it's like an ordinary fan, so it will give you ventilation in your house, or in your shed in my case, which is great. But of course, if you didn't have any form of heat recovery, it would be drawing in lots of cold air and sucking out your air, and you'd be losing all the heat. Well, the idea of one of these, it has a ceramic core, so it's lots of little holes there that the air gets sucked through. As the air is drawn out of the shed, any warmth is captured by this ceramic core, and then the fan can go in reverse and it can push the outside cold air into the shed, but it will warm it up as it will pass over this ceramic. And they say they're about 95% efficient. So you're not going to lose an awful lot of heat from the shed. But the idea is you do obviously keep a nice airflow going. Because I think one of the problems with all our modern houses, we have them all sort of hermetically sealed, and there's not enough natural ventilation. So my aim here, I do use a dehumidifier in the shed at the moment, but I feel a combination of getting fresh air in there and using the dehumidifier will actually make it a far better environment. I don't think it's particularly healthy as it is. So that's the plan. As I say, we did this in a bathroom and it's been so good. We put it on, it dries out the washing. I've noticed the walls have been drying out in that bathroom, in the ceiling in particular. So it's certainly making it a far better, healthier environment, and it's meaning we can dry the washing really quite quickly. I'll pop upstairs and show you the bathroom. The electrician had to go through 2 layers of brick, and it's a big hole. It's a 165mm hole. It's on nighttime mode at the moment, so what it's basically doing is, as I say, sucking air in from outside and then to give fresh air in the room, and then sending air from the room core to the outside. And it does that, so going back and forth, but that ceramic core will hold the heat and warm the incoming cold air. And when it's on night mode, it's quite quiet. If I put it onto a daytime mode, that's like a medium setting, you'll notice the little flap comes out a bit more. It's quite clever, really. It lets more air go through. I should add, this video isn't sponsored. I purchased this. Let's put this down again into quarter mode. I did purchase this for my own money and the second unit I've got. I shopped around and found this particular company, BSK, seemed to offer better value. I mean, they're not cheap items, but there's a fair bit of technology in there. Some people on YouTube have actually built their own, so they've actually, that ceramic core, they've made similar sort of things by using copper pipes all joined together and then putting computer fans on. And you can, if you want to, use a Raspberry Pi to actually sort of control them. So I'm now in the workshop, and what I've been doing is drilling a hole for the shed. So I'm using, say it's a 165mm hole saw in this particular case. And what I've done is I've put a hole, I've left the outer just sellotaped in at the moment, but that's the hole going through my shed wall. So with my walls of this shed, it's a standard sort of garden shed, but I put in insulation and then some ply on the inside. So it'll be going there, but it has a minimum sort of like distance, obviously to fit that ceramic filter. So I need 10 inches coming out. So what I'm doing at the moment, I've been building a wooden box which will take the tube body of the fan unit, and obviously there'd be power supply, etc., to be connected up. Yeah, I mean, at the moment the humidity in here is 79%. It's only 5 degrees. It's a cold day. I have actually been doing quite a lot of work on this workshop, so I've actually been re-insulating and strengthening quite a lot of the roof. So I did have a leak, and that was adding to my problem, so I have actually reboarded all across the ceiling and re-insulated where it was leaking. While I'm just showing you what the roof on the inside, I will actually quickly show you on the outside, because I've put a rubber roof on. Well, I was going to say I'd show you the roof. I've forgotten about all the snow that's here. So essentially, before we put these solar panels on recently, we re-rubberized this roof. So now it's got a rubber roof, and I have to say they are excellent. It was an old bitumen roof which was leaking, but I've gone across now, completely rubberized. I've actually got rid of the coal burner. I'm in quite a sort of built up area, and I didn't feel very comfortable about emitting lots of smoky fumes when people might have asthma in the area. So I have actually gone entirely electric, and under here there's our solar panels, and we've got a battery as well. So just to try a bit of general changes. And the other thing I've been doing, I've put like additional edging around the roof so that the front of the shed and the sides don't get water, because I had quite a lot of like water dripping. I was surprised at how bad it had got, but now it's enough of a lip to keep the moisture off the shed wall. And then the other thing I've done, they're rather small, but I've put like little slopey window sills on with drip ledges underneath, and that again seems to be enough to keep the water off the external walls and just keep the whole structure drier, because I was getting water ingress, particularly on the front here. And you'll see, if you watch my other videos, the station is now gone to Norway. It's sort of red colour, which I just wanted to change, but I was doing quite a lot of work on it all. As I say, with these window sills, I replaced some of the timbers and generally got it a bit better up to scratch. So this is what it looks like as it's been installed. So that's actually working at the moment, and it does feel better in here already. Might be psychological. And this is what it looks like from the outside. I put a little stainless steel rain hood over it. So there you are. In case you're wondering the exact model, it's a BSK Zephyr. I think they're probably all much of a muchness. Some of them seem very expensive. This one's not cheap. Thanks for looking, and see you in the next video, hopefully, whenever that is. I'm not going to be posting that often, I'll be honest. I have sort of slowed things down a lot in life, a lot more. Doesn't look like it when you get these fans, so it's simpler living. But I love doing the odd video, and it's very nice. So anyway, there you are. Okay, bye bye then. Bye. Oh, and just before you go, so sitting trying to avoid all of this cold. It is cold, yeah, I know, yeah. Very hard to photograph or video a black cat, but it's a lovely character. Bye bye then.